So, in this new section, I want to show you some new things, okay? Something that is going to expand your mind and make you a lot more knowledgeable about Node.js and Mongoose and MongoDB and all that stuff, okay? So, we're going to learn some cool stuff in this new section because we're going to be adding new things to our CMS, okay? We're going to be refactoring some code. We're going to be just making sure that our application works as expected, okay? We're going to be making some tight ends, making some loose ends tight again, basically fixing or making stronger some of the code that we have, okay, some of the functionalities. So one of the things that I want to start with is, and then we might even modify this later on, but right now I want to show you how you can easily put dynamic data in here with compacting all the queries with MongoDB, okay, using Mongoose. So, for example, we have this in admin index, we have this route right here, right? And this is, of course, getting us the count for our admin index, right? So, and then we, of course, are using that count in the partial, okay, right here. So let me just close all this real quick so that way we can do this a little better and it's clear it what I'm doing. And there we go. Okay. So we got this route right here, this admin index route. And if we wanted to get the category count, which we need, we would have to go on top, and I already did this, include this category, which I did this behind the scenes. You guys did not see me do this, right? This category there, and then we will have to go here and embed another query, right? Those that count, and this is what we have been doing so far. But there is a better way of doing this. There's actually a way that we can, you know, put all these queries into an array and then pass in those values to one specific method that is going to execute everything and return to us all the results in one go. Okay, let me repeat that again. We can compact the, let's say, category counts, comment counts, post counts into an array. We can put all that into an array and then use that array name into a method that is going to execute everything for us and is going to return a promise with all the post counts, category counts, and comment counts. Okay, so we're going to be doing that now so that way you can see that we can actually refactor our code. And one of the reasons why I did not do that at first is because I wanted to show you the hard way of doing things, and later on I'll show you the easier way, okay? Because you need to get used to the hard way first. That way you can learn more. So let's start with this, and it's super simple what we're going to be doing, okay? We're going to be using a method called promise all, okay? So let's go ahead and start this. Now keep in mind that promise all is a method, okay, that returns all the promises that you put into it, and but it's a JavaScript method, okay? This is a original JavaScript stuff, okay, with promises. Has nothing to do with other languages, just JavaScript, okay? So this is nothing that, because we're using Node.js, it's something that we Node.js provides to us. It's pure JavaScript, okay? So let's create, first of all, let's create some type of array to contain our promises, right? So I'm gonna create a const. I like const a lot. You can do a let, okay, declaration, but I like const. We're not gonna change this particular value, so it doesn't really matter. So inside this array here, I'm going to start, and I'm gonna comment this out right here because we're not gonna use that anymore. So I'm gonna do the comment, the post count, but I'm gonna do execute, okay? Now execute, remember that execute is the same, almost the same thing as then, okay? Because execute will execute the query, but it doesn't return anything. It's expecting a promise, so it would expect a promise like this. But we're not going to give it a promise now, okay? We're gonna deal with that later. So now I want to also get the category count. So we're gonna give it a promise, but later. And then I also want the comment count. Okay, I want you to see how this is getting to, okay. So as you can see, we have this array now, and now if we want to, let's make sure that we have all this up here though. Let's get the comment as well. Okay, comment, there we go. Anything else we have? Now, my idea with this is that later on we might get the data for the specific user who is looking at their own, maybe their admin later on, but I wanted to show you this feature first. Then later on we start adding those features uh, with this. So now that we have those promises, I mean those queries, we can use promise.all like this, okay? And now we pass in all the promises right here. And then we have this this promise coming back to us, okay? Now in here, we're gonna use the, of course, a new syntax, a fat arrow function, and we're gonna pass in an array of what the data we're expecting. So I'm gonna go from the top to bottom, right? So I wanna get post count from that. I also wanna get the category count. And I also want the comment count. Well, let's do lowercase comment count. Okay, simple as that. And now we come here, and then we pass in that data. Simple as that. Let's come back here. So we got the post count there. We got the category count. Is that? It looks like I don't know if I'm spelling it right there. There we go. And then we got the comment count, right? Oops. Comment count. Okay, and that's it. That's all we got to do now. Um, the next step is to actually start implementing this data. We're gonna do that in the next step, in the next lecture, where we are going to be replacing some of that static data that we got with dynamic data. Okay, see you in the next lecture. Take care, guys.